Hey, I'm Amber Lewis, and you're watching Detroit 360. Come and be social in the city with me. There's something about shopping during the holiday season that feels festive, and sometimes shopping for your loved ones can easily turn into picking out pieces for yourself. Like this jacket. I'm here at Bird Bee and I'm trying to find something special for my little sister since I have a little time off work. Let's check out what they have. Super cute. This is my color. And it matches these glasses. Hello, it's a Luke. Love this boot. Can I get these in there?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. Oh, this is super cute. I think she'll like this. Jewelry is a simple way to add shine to a look. Check out this Art Detroit episode on a local jewelry maker and how her creations come to life.
Hi, I'm Joyce Johnson, and I'm a jewelry designer, and this is Art Detroit.
I'm home, you're home in Detroit City. There's no place like home. Just tell me what you need. It's alright here, in Detroit. Don't matter what it is, it's alright here. Oh.
Hi,
Hi.
How are
so
you?
good to see you. How's it going?
Great.
Thank
Come
you
on
for
in.
having me.
Of course. Come in.
Oh, it smells so good in here.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. You said your workspace is where
Yes.
we're going to go to?
Yes.
I'd love for you to show me.
Oh, sure. Come this
All
way.
right. Oh, you got so much in here.
Yes. Well, it's my passion. They can go with everything in your wardrobe, and that's one of the reasons why I call them statements, because
Right.
the statement can be yours to be put with any outfit that
Exactly.
you have.
How did you even get started with this?
Initially, I got started because a friend had started designing jewelry, and I asked her for mentorship.
Okay.
So she showed me how to do earrings. Initially, I only designed earrings. And then I had an unction to just start doing necklace pieces. And this is where it's taken me. I've come to 2 showings per year, the spring showing, the winter holiday showing, and the spaces that you see I have my jewelry in.
And you do those twice yearly showings at your studio space,
Right,
right?
at my studio
Okay,
space.
so we're gonna go there later, right? I want to
Yes.
check that out
Yes.
and see some of the things you have there.
Let's see, where's my foundation if I haven't picked a focal piece. I started out doing the large pearl earring drops, so I had just the drops, and those went so well for me at that time, and that I do have a special passion for pearls. Just like that. You can hold your hair up.
Sorry.
Oops.
Sorry.
Sorry. It's great.
This is beautiful. So what are some of the stones? What is this? This looks like
Oh, that is turquoise.
I was gonna say, this looks like turquoise,
That's
but with
turquoise
some
mixed in with
other-
and that's what I like too. I like just throwing a bunch of different items into the jewelry. Well, I can do that because I work from boards, and I can go in and just place things the way I want until I get it the way I want. I am mostly self-taught.
Okay.
And just from the love of doing it, because I absolutely love this, and it flows for me. I think it's a gift. and I enjoy it. So it's double. It's a gift, and I really
Doesn't
enjoy
feel
it.
like work
So it
so
doesn't feel like work. It doesn't. All my clasps are over in here somewhere. What I do is I grab things I like, but I'm around a lot. So that means I'm driving to the location. I'm spending maybe 2 or 3 hours in the location. I'm picking up stuff. I'm looking for flaws. I'm looking at what works. My head is spinning all at the same time because I may be designing that particular jewelry piece in my head. One piece may have an item from 4 different locations.
Wow.
You know, so that is where the designer comes in versus you just picking something up from a big box store.
Sure.
One specific piece that I created, it's just spectacular. It looks like a horn, something like that, but bigger. And she got that piece and she said, I can just tell you, I feel so beautiful wearing this piece.
Wow. How does that make you feel when you hear these testimonials from your customers?
I just told her, that's what I want. That is why I do this. You know, let me put this in. And then I can take one of these pieces. And I'm thinking just like this.
Yeah.
Why don't I put that in?
So tell me about what you do when you're in this space.
Well, this space allows me to sit down and just spend time tinkering, putting my boards together, putting pieces on boards, picking up pieces. Sometimes I may just come and sit down and just think.
Yeah.
So this is the space that I created to create in.
I'm so excited that you showed us your space in there,
Yeah.
and I'm super excited to go take a look at your studio.
Thank
so
you.
you gave me the address. I'll meet you there.
See ya.
All right. Hey
Hi,
there.
welcome to the Beauty Studios.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. My
This
suite.
is such a nice
Yes,
space.
thank you. Suite is right in here.
Oh wow. Look at all this jewelry.
I know. I love it. I absolutely love doing
Now,
this.
what is this called? 'Cause purple's my favorite color.
Oh yes, it's an agate.
Would you say that you typically see the stones that you have to work with and then create pieces, or do you create in your mind and know what stones you want?
That's a great question. I'm the type of artist where I literally have a handful of beads and the design comes to me.
Wow.
So I collect. I'm
Okay.
a collector. I'll go to trade shows or to vendor events or wherever, and I'll pick up stones that appeal
Okay.
to me. They appeal to me, I'll put them aside, and later I'll grab them, and literally this is what I come up with, the things that you see here. I've been working with bead stones and Swarovski crystals, and I decided this season to work more with the gemstones. And that's why I have onyx, amethyst, citrine, lapis. A white turquoise is on this wall, which a lot of people only see
This is
turquoise.
white turquoise?
Yes, a lot of people only see turquoise in the
blue.
blue.
This looks very regal and royal.
Oh
with
yes,
the gold.
yes. I enjoy this so much, but I really love taking unusual pieces and putting them together. So what I did was, I got so inspired when I saw the movie Black Panther.
Oh yes. Wakanda
So,
forever.
Wakanda. So I created a line with pearls that had brass. This is actual brass
This is
right in here.
stunning.
And I added it to pearls, large pearls, and it's so striking together. It's my Wakanda collection.
Well, I have so enjoyed looking at your pieces here, but I want to go check out Belle Isle. I want to see your inspiration space and, find a reason to just relax for the rest of the afternoon.
Great.
All right, let's go.
Do you ever go out on the kayaks or canoes or anything?
I've never been out on it.
I've done them, but
Have you?
not here on Belle Isle.
And you
yeah.
can just paddle all the way around that
yes,
whole
I would
reserve.
spend the whole day out on a paddle boat. You surely are an inspiration to other people, and I know that you got your start being mentored by a friend of yours. So what advice would you give to other up-and-coming artists?
So I just say that passion is in you. The passion is in you, and the minute you notice it, the thing is to either find a class in it, go to YouTube, check into it more, and then just dive in and start doing it and just repeat it over and over again. That's how you get good. I just felt a calm peace and flow with this. And just the fact that other people like it too was just like the icing on the cake, because I knew I liked it. I like pretty pieces. I enjoyed working with the tiny little pieces, but I was just flabbergasted that other people liked it. I just stuck with this because it just kind of hit a lot of points for me. It was passion, it was peaceful, it was creative, it was beautiful, and other people liked it.
What does it mean to you to be an artist here in the city of Detroit?
Even though I wasn't born in Detroit, I've spent all of my youth and adulthood here, and Detroit has my heart. I really feel like I'm called to stay in Detroit and grow up business communities here in Detroit as well as my own. And I do feel like this will be a $1 million company coming straight from Detroit.
Whew, all of that shopping has me tired, but luckily there's a nail salon right across the street. One thing I love about Detroit is everything that you need is wherever you are, and Capitol Park is a great example of that. There's shopping, food, markets, and more. But actually, I have a nail appointment in a minute, so I'm gonna go head over there. I'll check back with you guys in a bit.
My name is Rowan Miner, and this is my D-Dot story. It's sort of taboo to ride the bus. People kind of like look down at you if you catch the bus. I partly believe that's because we're called the Motor City, so people believe you should drive. Why is that an issue here in Detroit? I've heard people, who actually ride the bus who are, ashamed to say that they ride the bus. I believe a good percentage of Detroiters currently or have rode the bus in their lifetime. I've been to other major cities and everyone rides public transportation. In my mind, it just makes sense to catch public transportation, at least part of the time. It makes more sense economically. Here in Detroit, Michigan, we have the highest insurance rates in the country. Having a car is a big expense, even as far as using gas. I mean, you could drive, to point A and point B, you end up spending $10 in gas. Well, that could have been $3, on the bus. The bus I typically catch is the Gratiot bus, and it kind of gets me to most of the places that I need to get to, whether that be going to the grocery store or stopping at a coffee shop to get some editing done. Gratiot buses run pretty often, so I mean you're never really waiting that long. They run 24 hours, which is pretty cool, especially if you have a job downtown that you may work and you get off at 3 or 4 in the morning. I mean, and if you don't have a car, how else are you supposed to get home? You pay an insane amount for Uber or Lyft or a cab. Well, you can catch the bus, which is amazing. The Gratiot bus is pretty long. It goes all the way from downtown all the way to 8 Mile. And so that gives people a lot of different stops in between that it can get you to. The less cars on the road, the better quality of air, I believe. I've been riding D-Dot for 12 years, since high school. That's the first time I had to hop on the bus.
Hey, I'm here at the 10 Nail Bar and I've got a new look. How do you guys like it? Switching up my style comes with being social in the city because I'm always dressing for different occasions. Some people consider themselves a woman of many hats, and I like to say I'm a woman of many wigs. As we know, Detroit hustles harder and it's easy to get caught up in ripping and running, but I like to make sure that I take some time to relax and unwind. The nail salon is one of my favorite places to do that. Studies show that 3/4 of people have higher anxiety during the holiday season, and this has a particular impact on women. So it's especially important to make sure you give yourself a little extra TLC during this time of year. I'm gonna head over to talk to co-founder Kelly about what makes the 10 unique. 'Tis the season to be stylish. So we're here at the 10 Nail Bar with co-founder Kelly Coleman. Hi Kelly. So what inspired you all to open a deluxe nail bar in downtown Detroit?
Yeah, so my co-founder Annika and I, we really just wanted to bring an elevated experience to a routine beauty treatment. We realized that, Detroit had this renewed demand with, new residential offerings, obviously more and more businesses moving down here every day, as well as entertainment, but there was definitely a lack of personal services.
Right.
And we realized the importance of self-care and beauty maintenance, and it should be an enjoyable experience, if you have to take the time out of your busy schedule to get it done.
So with this being like one of the most festive times of year, what are some trends that you usually see with customers or that you anticipate for this holiday season?
Honestly, we see obviously a lot of groups, a lot of people wanting to celebrate holiday time together, which we welcome and we love. Just a lot of indulgence and self-care because, the holidays are especially crazy. The end of the year is an especially crazy time. So, to be able to provide a haven for people to come in and really spend time on themselves during this time of year is just an awesome thing to be able to do.
So you talked about self-care a little bit. During this time of year, we know it is more festive, but we've seen that it's more stress and anxiety on people. So how does self-care in manicure and pedicure practices kind of aid in decreasing that in the customers that you see here?
So, definitely the holiday time is one where you're especially anxious, but we just believe in the power of self-care as a part of your daily life and, just your routine and your practice, because ultimately, you can't pour from an empty cup, as they say, and it's very true.
Absolutely.
So, this is just an opportunity for people to come in and recharge and take time out for themselves, but it doesn't require, the pre-planning or the expense that even a trip to the spa would require. So for us, it's just awesome for us to be able to offer this unique customer experience, to be able to provide an avenue for self-care, but again, also allow people to do it in a way that's convenient and works around their busy schedules, especially during the holidays.
Efficiency is so important.
Yeah. So, we never cut corners, but we are very mindful of all that's happening, especially around the holidays in our customers' lives. So, yeah.
So where can people find you? How can they get more information on the 10 Nail Bar?
Of course. So to learn more about us, of course, you can visit our site, which is the10detroit.com, and that's all spelled out. So THETEN Detroit.com, and we are at the 10 Detroit on Instagram and the 10 Nail Bar on Facebook.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
There's nothing worse than wasting time. Well, maybe waiting in lines. But now I can pay my water bill from my phone, tablet, or laptop. All it takes is a quick click and bam, I can check, manage, and pay my water bill from anywhere. That means more time with the family at Rouge Park, more time for myself on the Riverwalk, or just at home on Outer Drive. I can pay my water bill anywhere. It's that easy. So skip the line and pay your bill online. Visit www.detroitmi.gov/paymywaterbill to register today.
Hi, my name is Ben Sharkey, and I'm a jazz pop musician from Detroit, Michigan. Jazz music, jazz pop, jazz crossover. So just say jazz.
Gonna be a fight without a doubt. I said the heat's so hypnotic, babe. I can never misbehave. No, your kiss is intoxicating. I am your love drunk slave, and I'm gonna save every little drop that you gave. And what you've given me is a taste of transcendency, and it makes it hard for my hands and knees.
My dad actually used to play classical music all the time. He was a big fan of the orchestra, Detroit Symphony. As a kid, I don't know, I was a little bit rambunctious, and I turned the radio to a different station. I wanted to hear pop music. And pop and R&B, I really liked Brian McKnight. I was a big fan of. There's also Boyz II Men, SWV, TLC, so those were.
You're not African American?
I'm light skinned. It didn't click to me until I actually found a Harry Connick Jr. CD. It was a roommate of mine who was a fan, and I was cleaning the house, and a stack of CDs fell down, and I saw this CD covers, Red Light, Blue Light. I'm in love, love, in love, I'm in love. And there's these big bands, like horns playing in the background. It's just like, it grabbed me. As soon as I graduated high school, I actually started studying some musical theater and acting. YouTube was really gaining momentum, and I was seeing some people posting videos of themselves singing and getting a lot of views and some popularity, and I thought, you know, I should give this a try.
I try to act as though I don't, but I do. I carry on, so nothing's wrong, but you're gone, and I miss you. Your sweet embrace, the never-ending chase, a special place in my heart. Give me where we fight, 'cause I'm wrong and you know you're always right. Just come back tonight, 'cause I'm falling apart.
When I first got my first 100 views, I thought, wow, this is really cool. And then I got 1,000 views, and then I got 100,000 views, and then things just added up, and so I'm up to almost 6 million. Some people that were local reached out to me, some local musicians, and asked me if I wanted to have a band, and because I didn't really know, I wanted to perform, but I didn't really know how to get that all started. And so just started playing with some people, and started playing in some restaurants around town and some house parties and that kind of stuff, and then just gained momentum from there.
Never knew how much I loved you. I never knew how much I cared. But when you put your arms around me, I get the feeling that's so hard to bear. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight, fever in the morning, fever all through the night.
I guess I didn't really think about the demographic that I was going to be playing to when I got into singing jazz. My demographic is split down the middle, men and women. It's about 50-50, and the range, my youngest fan is about 18 years old, and my oldest is, you know, in their 70s. So it's a big, fast range. My process for writing original songs is, well, it's inspiration, and it can come and hit me at any time. Like a pane of glass, you see right through me, all the inner workings of my mind. Just like a hopeless romantic, every time I kiss it's turning classic. Well, that leads to this, and I have to grab it. All the transformations take control, blood starts to flow. I need to find something to hold, and I can't let you go. With the song Red Lipstick, for some reason I thought of the word sadomasochistic, and it has like this sadomasochistic, and it's like kind of this jazzy kind of rhythm to the word itself, and I thought, what rhymes with sadomasochistic, and I thought red lipstick, and we just kind of built it from there, and so I came up with the sadomasochistic, he's got a red lipstick, and then so from the topic you build on top of that. Singing with a band versus singing to karaoke tracks or background music or something that's totally different. When you play with a band, you know, the drummer might be feeling a different beat than you're used to, and you know that it might be a little bit faster, a little bit slower.
And like a cat, you slide my way. I tip my hat to bear the words that I'll say. But what words could describe these feelings of mine in such short time? You fill my senses as I breathe you in. I've dropped all the fences, I'm caving in. You say you know what you want, that makes you just like me. So here's my can't keep my composure.
My voice is cracked. I've sang off key. I have hit the wrong note before.
Venom has a way of slipping through your veins. Her beauty blinds you from the sharpness of her fangs. She wraps her arms around a man. She's, dang it.
I even forget lyrics sometimes, and you just kind of, it's part of the entertainment, sometimes you can work it into your act. The birthmark, it has formed me as a person, and I've had opportunities where, I've met doctors where they say, I can remove that for you, and I just said no, I'm keeping it.
And if you ask me, it's much better, because swing don't cost a thing. No swing don't cost, swing don't cost, swing don't cost a thing. No swing don't cost, swing don't cost, swing don't cost a thing. No swing don't cost, swing don't cost.
I performed at the Willis. I performed Original Mind. Swing Don't Cost a Thing. In fact, you can download it and stream it. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon. Got it. One of the lines in the tune is,
Now if you're stuck, keep your head up. If your glass is half empty, refill your cup.
if you're stuck, keep your head up. If your glass is half empty, refill your cup. And I think that really encompasses the whole song, because it's about swing, but it's not so much the genre, it's kind of like the attitude that you have that comes along with swing music, dressing nice and snapping your fingers and like having this little strut and all that kind of stuff. It's about that attitude. Detroit has been amazing, very supportive. I think Detroit is a great incubator for talent. It's in our bones, it's in the water here. What I would say to anyone who's pursuing their dreams, I would say, passion is a passion. And there's also self-belief. When you believe that you're good, then I don't think anything can really stop you.
Walking on a dream in a river of velvet, with powder ready to ignite. It's in this moment that I realize.
If you like this episode and want to see more, follow us at City of Detroit. Check out more stories from the neighborhoods at Stories from DET, and tap into featured events in the city on Instagram and YouTube at Burst Detroit. Well, this has been so much fun. Thank you guys for joining me as I run my errands in Capitol Park. But I think it's time for me to get out of the cold and into my house. But be sure to tune in to the next episode of Detroit 360, your guide to all things Detroit. See you next time.